Average men will always struggle to keep a woman's attention because they're average and women do not prefer them. When you are average within our society, women are going to look down on you because you are not their first choice. You are not the ideal quote preference. Meaning that women are going to undermine you. They're going to use you because they know you are average and you know it. And you may have low self-esteem as a man. And you may need their validation. So therefore, you shall get used by most women because you are average. You have to compensate, to overcome that averageness. There has to be something about you that has to stand out in the eyes of women. Because if not, buddy, you may not even get laid. Like, you may get laid twice a year unless you pay for something. That's the only way, because most women are so judgmental, especially with this superficial generation, our generation. And if you're average, you're in trouble. I have to say it. You're in trouble, and you won't survive this generation. There has to be more about you. You have to be super intelligent. Now, someone will say, well, Rose, if you're super intelligent, you're not average. Yeah, you may not be average when you're intelligent, but guess what? When those women meet you, they don't know if you're super intelligent, if you are just a walking, I don't know, scientist, you're so smart, because they are going to judge you all from the physical stance. Physicality is going to be against you. Being average is not being physically attractive. Being average is having certain features that women do not find attractive. Remember, relationship from the get-go is all based on physicality. People are going to judge you based on how you appear, how you present yourself, how you look, your features. Yes, superficial features. They are going to judge you. So before the found out that, oh my God, you may be a millionaire, buddy, but if you're just walking down the street, something have to attract that woman who doesn't know you. Meaning, a woman who doesn't know your identity, would she be able to find you attractive? That should be the question. We are not talking about, well, I have 5 houses in real estate that I'm renting. I have little businesses here and there. Not little, but there isn't a little business. Any type of business that you embark on is going to kick you behind. So there's nothing as little business, okay, or small business. So therefore, I digress. What is it? So you are going to present with your physicality, and a woman should be able to be attracted to you from the get-go. I'm not saying fall in love or fall in love at first sight. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a woman looking at you and just falling for you. Like, I think I find him attractive. I wouldn't mind dating him. That's the reaction you want from women. But if you are failing to get that type of reaction from women, women will not show you any interest. I'm sorry, they will not be interested in you. Women, we never approach a man, but if we find you attractive, we are going to give you cues that, we think you are attractive. Well, if you read in between the line, well, smiling is not a way to go, because I would say, when I say we smile at you, we will smile at you, more. I don't think that applies to me, because it's like, Rose, you are always smiling. I don't have a poker face. Sometimes I can attempt to have a poker face, but when I do, people think I'm mad, I'm angry, there's something wrong, because I have this smiling face all the time. So therefore, it doesn't apply to every woman, but for certain women who do not smile a lot like me, when they smile at you, they are trying to give you cues that they may be interested in you, or if you were to make a move, they would be receptive to your approach. So if you are average as a man, you are in trouble. Women are not settling for the average man unless they have low self-esteem, or unless they are not the ideal type, meaning most men do not find them attractive. Those are the only group of women that may settle for average men. But does the average man want an average woman? Because there's one thing about men, their ego is ridiculous. They have the highest ego, to a point where it's like, okay, you are average, but you want the 10. You want the supermodel. You want a woman that is, very beautiful. like gorgeous to the max, model status, but you are average. The ego of a man will go for a woman that he knows he cannot afford. Even on the financial stance, you will find a homeless man looking at you because you are a woman. You can be the richest woman in Babylon. The male ego within him will say, I can have her, because guess what? He is a man. He cannot help it. It's his ego. That's how he is wired. So he will attempt to get with you. And I tell women all the time, do not get angry when a man attempt to get with you and you know he cannot be with you. My stomach is growling. I haven't eaten. It's early in the morning. My stomach is like, I do intermittent fasting. I won't eat until 4, or today I may be fasting. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. But I just wanted to let you know why my stomach is growling. All right. I digress. The poor man in Babylon will look at the richest woman in Babylon and say, I can lend her. How, buddy? She is the richest woman in Babylon. And he's going to tell me, Rose, I can lend her because I am a man. The ego of a man. So the average man, or most average men, do not want average woman. You find that contradictory, like, if you're average, I think you should go for an average man. But the flip side, when average women want the sorted after men think they are delusional. But men do not think that they are delusional for wanting the most sorted after woman. It doesn't make sense. You cannot argue with people that do not have the rationale to reason. When it comes to that, because their ego is going to come first. So their ego is going to affect their reasoning, because it is not reasonable for you to be an average guy and wanting a woman that you cannot have. Because there are classes of women. You need to know your standard. Some women, you can look at them based on their standard. Just by looking and say, I cannot have her. But a man will look at you and say, I can. But they get mad when a woman says, I can have a man that every woman wants, while she is average, while she is not the ideal type that most men want. Men find problems with that. They are saying that if a woman is average, she shouldn't aim high. But if a man is average, she should aim high. So who is making those rules? Because is it patriarchy? I have a question. Who is making those rules? Who said an average woman cannot get the richest man in Babylon? Who said that? Or, who said that? That's my question. Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Women should aim higher at any point, because women are the prize. Women give you guys validation. Women are needed. Women are powerful. So if you are average, my dear, as a man, your dating life is going to be full of horror stories. You're going to be you're going to be ghosted by multiple women until you have accepted that you are average and stop aiming high. Then your heart may not be broken. Maybe if you're average, go for a woman that you think will definitely accept you. Go to a woman that will view you as a prize. Do not go to a woman that, every woman are prizes, but there are certain women that do not think they are the prize. Certain women think a man is always the prize, and I cannot argue with those women. That's how come I'm telling you, if you are an average man, go to those women that view you as a prize. The woman that have forgotten that she is always the prize, go to her. She's going to accept you within a heartbeat. Because, oh my God, you want to keep a prize, don't you? You do. I'm sure I do. Now, if you're average, how can you leverage on certain things? Since physicality is what a woman charges to you by, even men charges women by, based off physicality, your physical appearance, your physical features that makes you stand out. Since that is the dating standard, that's why people gravitate towards when they meet you, meaning first impression. If you're average as a man, Improve your how you can. Most men are not that clean, by the way. Most men don't care about their look. Improve your looks. If you're a certain feature you were born with, your genotype or phenotype cannot be changed. Your genotype made your phenotype. You cannot change that. That's DNA. We cannot mess with DNA. Okay, you are the way you are because of your parents. The chromosome that, the 23 from your mom, 23 from your dad, they messed that up and bring you to life. You cannot apologize for the person that you are. You were born. Your phenotype and your genotype are not a mistake. So if that happens, you were born this way, you cannot help it, but you can improve though. Okay, if you're not the richest man that have average appearance, fine, because if you're the richest man, woman, it doesn't matter if you look like a monkey. They're going to say, well, that is my beautiful monkey, my handsome monkey. Don't touch that monkey. Women will find you attractive no matter what if you have money. But it's unfortunate. Everybody do not have money. So someone will ask, Rose, if you're saying that money is the only way an average man can leverage, I am not saying it's the only way. It's one of the easiest way an average man can leverage on. The easiest way, not the only way. Okay? So therefore, how can you leverage on that? I would say improve your looks. Improve your looks. Okay? Like, improve your looks. Go get some manicure. Well, I don't even go to the salon, so I'm going to sound as an hypocrite. I do my own stuff, my own makeup, my own nails, everything. But since you're a man, you're not a woman, you cannot do your own stuff. Go to the salon, get a pedicure, get a manicure, like take care of yourself, get some waxing. I know it's painful. Go get some waxing. I don't want to laugh. I have a little bit of cold. I don't want to laugh. When I say get some waxing, I cannot imagine a man on the waxing table getting. Anyway, I need to come back from that. Oh, chills. Men are so afraid of pain. I can't imagine a man getting waxed. That would be the funniest sight to see. The funniest sound or the most horrible sound. Wow! I don't know how a man screams like. I can't imagine. Okay, I digress. I can't imagine. Damn it, Rose. I can't help it. Like, I can't even think about it. How? I can't. I would say grooming. Like, smell good. Get some cologne. Expensive one, by the way. Because you're average. You want to stand out. So get some expensive cologne. Good one. Dress well. Like, if you're clean and you dress well and you are smart, I know there's an average here and there. Someone, somewhere, the woman of your dream will find you attractive. Go out. Online dating, if you ever attempt online dating as an average man, you are going to be heartbroken. If you want to talk about the most superficial group of human, you will find them online dating. Most superficial group of women, you'll find them in online dating. The online dating is not your friend. Go to the bar, go to the restaurant, go to places where you can meet people organically. Don't go to the mall, because if you don't have money, if you are not looking for a gold digger, don't go to the mall, buddy. She's going to rip you clean. Meaning she is going to say, well, you like me? I was about to buy this bag. She's not going to ask you to buy. If she's smart, she's going to act as if, she should make you buy. You see, if you don't buy it, she's going to say he's cheap. You just set yourself up. Don't meet her at the mall. If you meet her at the mall, stand at the door, the entrance of the mall. When she's coming out, and meet her. Then she's done all her purchase. She won't use you. That's it. Go to places where you can organically meet women. When women can see you, from first sight. Because online it can be deceiving. You may meet a woman may find you attractive online, but in person she realizes that you are not attractive, my dear. You're average. So therefore, when you guys meet online, she's going to waste your money on the dinner date. Hopefully it's not a coffee date. Never take a woman on a coffee date. So she is going to mess with you. She's going to find you unattractive. You're going to be like, she will ghost you. She's going to raise your hopes high, and she is going to dump you. If you're average, you need to look better than most men. Do you understand? Again, on commentaries, Uncommon answer. My name is Rose, and I shall always remain the Rose that you know. Thank you.